Okay, hello everyone. I'm here to show my tarot cards. This is my bag for my tarot cards made out of duct tape. My little sister made it for me. And I absolutely love putting my tarot cards in here. I mean, I think it's the coolest thing ever. But before I show you this one, I'm going to show you my other two. This is the Fairy Oracle. And I have to make bags for these ones too. This one is still brand new. You can see it still had the plastic thing around it. But I think I said in my earlier video that I bought this and then I stopped practicing the craft because of reasons I've already said in my other videos. But so I'll show you these. It has this cool back here. It reminds me of The Labyrinth, which I love. I love that movie, The Labyrinth. And then it has a blank card. And then I'll just keep going. I think these cards are so beautiful. So just gonna keep going. These are just spiritual ones in the very beginning. And then it goes into the actual pictures. Isn't it beautiful? Oopsie. The Dark Lady. These are so beautiful. And then I saw these cards at Half Price Bookstore too, which I would never buy used tarot cards because they have other people's energies in them, so I always buy them brand new. That's something I'm really adamant about because tarot cards do have tremendous amount of energy in them once you charge them, once people have used them. Oracle cards as well, same thing. But I basically read them the same, oracle cards, the same way as I would read my tarot cards. And that's too personal to me, so I wouldn't show you a tarot reading. For me, that's just for me. I just don't wish to share that with other people because I think it's secretive. I don't tell anybody of when I'm reading somebody else. I don't tell anything about what I've read on other people's cards because I think that's really personal. But I mean, other people are different and I respect that, so that's just me. I do let people touch my cards because when I do tarot readings, I have to have their energy in it and what they want to pull from the cards. Put their energy in it so that the cards know what they want to know. And sometimes, like, if they've never done a tarot reading before, it'll pull out what's most important in their life and what they need to know right away. And that's what I've, you know, that's what always happens whenever I do tarot cards. The first reading, if they've never done it, it goes what's more important in their life rather than what they want to know about, you know. And then, you know, the next readings, it'll go more and more into depth of what they're actually wanting to know. So these are my most recent ones that I just bought. I mean, you saw the haul I posted. I love these cards. Absolutely love these cards. I saw them the first time. I had to have them. Just right away. Sorry, you can hear my dogs in the background. I put them in the cage because it was raining outside and I don't want their muddy paws everywhere. I mean, I wipe them, but still, you know, I gotta wait until they dry off and stuff. Anyway, too much info. Okay, so here's these cards. They're called the Steampunk. They're like brand new. They weren't supposed to come out until May, but for some reason, I guess it was meant to be when I went to the store that they were there. So here we go. And I forgot to tell you one of my dreams that I had. I don't know if I said this when I was doing my my path to finding my goddess, but the same White House I had a dream about not long ago, but this time it was like not brand new, but it was still new. It wasn't old like it was before. And it was my grandmother's house, and she died and she left it to me. And she was a witch as well, and she had a jewelry store and, you know, a metaphysical shop basically in the front part, and it was a huge like screened in area of the house. And I was looking around and saw like a whole bunch of crystals and earrings and everything like that. And this boy was there. He came, and my grandmother always let him sell his crystals too there. And I don't know what that was about, but I bought some books, but I'll explain that later. But okay, so I was sitting down next to the bench that, you know, when by the windows, the benches that open and you can put stuff in there, those benches. Well, I hit something and a compartment opened, and it was a wooden box, probably like this size. And I opened the box, and inside the box it was perfectly engraved. I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it. There was a wooden knife in there, and I actually think I said this before. There was a wooden knife in there, and I even drew a picture of it. Here, I'll just draw it real quick of what it looked like. And at first I thought this was, sorry, I'm like stopping in the middle, but I have to show you this. Okay, so it was a crown, like a regular crown. I'm sorry, I'm a bad drawer, but okay. Sorry, I have a better drawing in my purse that I drew at work while I was just thinking about it. These aren't crosses, but I'm just really bad at drawing right now because obviously you have to do this really fast because of this video. But you know what crowns look like. They look like that. And the sword was on top of it, and obviously the sword looks like that. And this is really bad scale, so don't pay attention, but had the same thing like that on both sides, so you know, both sides. And then it came down, and it was a braided wooden, it was all wood handle. So and this crown was like on the tip of it, like it was just on the tip of it. So at first I thought this was supposed to be my Atham. And then the other day, sorry, did I show you this? Okay, the other day, I was reading about dreams and tarots, and I'll come back to this. I'll show you these cards first. I'll come back to that. So just hold tight. So I'm just going to finish showing you these cards. And it goes with tarots, and that's why I remembered it while I was showing you this. So I love these cards. Aren't these cool? While we're on the subject of swords, Funny. Okay. And if you do like scrapbooking, there's a lot of steampunk designs out there in scrapbooking. It's like popular right now. So those are, I love those cards. So this is my cards right here. I have like tied a bunch. And anybody who touches these cards can feel the energy in them. So this is my cloth. So these are my tarot cards, and they're pretty big compared to these ones. So this is my tarot. Move this over here. And I read with these all the time. I did my mom, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. My mom, I said before that I didn't tell my mom that I was a witch. Well, my little sister was, she made that bag, and my mom's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, they're my tarot cards. And I just felt like I just had to tell her at that moment. And she's like, oh, what is that? And I was like, well, you know, I can read your tarot. Kind of like, you know, reading your, you know, future, your past, present, and future and stuff like that. She's like, oh, do mine. I was like really surprised when she said that, because she was always so, you need to go to church, da, 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 when I was younger. But then I realized that it was actually my grandmother telling my mom to do that, and my mom really listened to my grandma all the time. So but yeah, so this card is special to me. I'll explain why some other time probably, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I did her tarot card, and the first one was what she needed to know. Like I said before, if you've never gotten your tarot cards done before, when I do them, I don't know about anybody else. Sorry, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. My husband called. Okay, so don't really remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, about my mom. So she had me keep reading her tarot like 3 times, and then when she came over again, she wanted me to read it again, and she's like, how do you know how to do this? I was like, Ma, I always knew how to do this since I was young, like, you know, 12, 13 years old. I've always had an interest in, I've always been interested even before that. I just never knew that it was an option because of the way that I was brought up, obviously. So, I was brought up to think that this stuff wasn't real, you know. And then later I did lots of research and found out that it is a real religion. So, and then I started to read more about it, and then, you know, things happened where I got harassed about it, and so I discontinued, and then I came back to it. But I've always, like, even though I discontinued it, I've always, like, found ways to secretly do it, you know, by picking out things that I you know, love the look of, and just things like that. I've always been crafty. I've always liked doing things like that. So, okay, that's these are my tarot cards that I always do readings on. And so I want to show you back to my dream. Oh wait, I haven't finished talking about my mom. Okay, so I told my mom that I was a witch, and she was okay with it. So I'm super happy that she was okay, you know, with me being a witch. And now I share everything with her. I share her my, you know, show her my like witchy stuff, and I'm just happy that I have people in my life that I can actually share things with, and I know can't take that for granted, because a lot of people who aren't out of the closet yet don't have that luxury, and I'm just, you know, I'm really blessed that I get to share that with my husband, even though he doesn't believe in it. I get to share it with my best friend. She is actually reading about it. She likes the craft. She wants to learn more about the craft, but she's not sure about the religion part yet. So she's gonna read up on it. I let her borrow my Wicca book, the one that we did our book club on already, and an herbal book, because she's really into herbs and stuff like that too. So I mean, if she's not interested in the religion part, then, you know, that's okay with me. At least I can share things with her, and I've always been able to share things with her. I've even done an exorcism on her when I was younger, and took away the bad demons that were following her. So and till this day, she always thanks me about it, and she's like, I don't know what you did or how you did it, but they're gone. So sorry, my dogs are going crazy in the back. Okay, so back to my dream. So I went to Half Price Bookstore, which I always go there, and I got some more books, and I wanted to gear my books towards dreams, because I am a huge dreamer, and I've always had dreams, and they've always, I've always had deja vus, where they came true, you know. But I didn't remember the dream until that moment where I was like, whoa, this happened before. And then I remember things that were going to happen after that just happened. And so, I don't know. It was always just super cool. And so, I was just looking through this, and I saw this book, Tarot. I was like, well, how do you do tarot in your dreams? That's weird. And then, I came across, let me find it. My dogs are going crazy. Where is it? This book is awesome. So, FYI on that. Where did it go? Of course, when I want to show you it, it's nowhere to be found. It's probably back here somewhere. One second, let me just find it. Por favor, believe it. Sorry, my husband listens to Chingo Bling all the time, and he always says that. Okay, somewhere on here. I saw the picture that I drew, and I want to show you right here. Look! Look at that. In my dream, I dreamt about this even before I knew what it was. So basically it says it's you know, number of swords. It was just one with the crown on top of it, so that was the king of swords. And let's see, what did it say? Pentacle, cup, wands, the court, cards, and swords. Communication is relevant here, combined with the court card symbolism, as in struggle and sometimes hostility. The king card, the king is a very fair-minded individual who has a tendency to hold himself apart from others, principled In the extreme, he has very high ideals and expects much from others. So currently I still don't know what that means and I gotta read more about it before I'll probably come back to you. But this one also, crayon, let me find it. Where is it? The crown, a sign of royalty, privilege, and leadership. A crown is like a halo of gold around the head, open at the top in order for the person wearing it to remain open to receiving divine guidance. Have you accomplished a great task lately, a huge achievement, your crowning glory? Look at tarot court cards to see if you can recognize yourself in one of them. Meditate on the meaning, see gold hat, head chakras, jewels, king and queen. So now I'm going to go to the sword. This book is awesome too. Sword. Okay, the mighty sword has been a powerful symbol through the ages, associated with the power of thought and action, clarity, and decision, of the ability to penetrate to the heart of the matter. Swords represent our mental ability to do as such, to swiftly penetrate through or truth from fiction, to discern and decide, to clarify. Was your dream sword in alley a gift, a weapon? Did it wound you or free you? Meditate on the suit of swords in tarot, or visualize your sword and ask it for its meaning and how it can help you. So I gotta do all that. But this book is called A Witch's Book of Dreams by Carrie Ulrich. And this other book is called The Dream Oracle. Discover your hidden depths through symbolism and the tarot. And this is by Pamela Ball. So if you're interested in those books, that's that. So thank you for watching. I hope this video wasn't too long for you. I just blah 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 blah. So have a great day and blessed be, and I will see you next time.